We are back, episode 116.
Thanks for joining the boys of the BSG podcast. We're glad to have you on. We are here doing our show weekly. We have a guest for you tonight. We keep these college golfers coming. Before we introduce him, though, our show is presented proudly by our friends at Moon Golf, which I just went and saw them. We all did. Went and saw them this past week. I think on the same day, just different times.
Yep.
We were stocking up for the Utah trip, and so I had to get me some golf balls. And Justin said, "Is this enough?" I said, "I don't know. This is 4 golf balls per round. I don't think that's enough for me." He said, "Hopefully they sell them in Utah."
Yeah, I got 2 dozen for 6 rounds and an emergency dozen in the suitcase, just in case, because I don't want to pay pro shop prices for a dozen if I need it.
I know, because that's what we'd have to do right there is buy them at the pro shop. But they hooked it up. I went in there and I was like, I didn't know which ball I wanted to get. I love the Strixons. That's what you got, the Z-Star Diamonds, correct?
Yep.
Love those. I'm not much of a Titleist guy. I'm not really on the bandwagon for Titleist. So it was either going to be the Strixons or maybe some Callaways. But I decided, let's try something new. I got the TP5Xs and the TP5s with the Stripe 360 Clear Path, which I didn't know. TaylorMade posted today, hit the market. They posted it today, but Moon Golf had it when I went Saturday. So I stocked up. I got them.
They just come out.
Yeah, and Moon Golf already had them in. So shout out to Moon Golf for having that and those custom Moon Golf gloves. So we're ready for Utah thanks to Moon Golf. Go check them out at any of their locations.
And they got the gloves back in stock. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I got me 2 of those.
Same.
Just in case, threw them in the bag. So go check out Moon Golf. We think you'll love them as much as we do. They have several locations, especially if you're local listening to us. Or if you're
not,
just
call them.
Yeah,
They will ship.
Yep, you can ship it. So thanks to Moon Golf, they're going to proudly present our videos coming out of Utah, which we're excited about. But tonight's show, the rundown real quick before going to, we have Taylor Bell. He's going to be jumping on shortly and join us. He is the brother of Parker Bell. We had on several weeks back, who's at Florida, University of Florida.
Yep.
So we'll talk to little brother Taylor. We're going to recap the BMW Championship, equipment malfunction, which we talked about putting this in the show, and then Rory had him a little bit of one too.
Yeah.
We can talk about that. The Creator Classic, which is in 2 days, 1 day if you're listening to this tomorrow. Tour Championship this weekend right in our backyard. Our Pick'ems and the Drop Zone. So until Taylor hops on, let's just skip down to equipment malfunction. Let's talk about that.
So the biggest thing this weekend, Matthew Fitzpatrick hit a drive, noticed something was wrong, and he looked, and the bottom of the driver face was cracked.
Yep. And the official said he could feel it with his fingernail. So not a scratch, but a crack.
Right. And at their level,
Taylor.
Welcome, Taylor.
What's up? What's up?
Oh, man, that hat is so sick.
Yes, sir.
Love it. Well, everybody, this is Taylor. We just kind of introduced you a minute ago. This is the little brother of, he may not want me to go by that, but for the people listening, we had his older brother on the show not too long ago, Parker. And so now we get the whole belt. Is there any more of y'all? Do we need to have any more on?
We got a older brother, but he doesn't need to be on here. It's okay.
Is he washed up? He ain't playing.
Is
he a good golfer?
No, he didn't really. He was a football player in high school. He's like much older than us, so he's kind of later in life. But yeah,
we'll keep it with Parker and Taylor then. The golfers in the family. So Taylor's at FAMU. Are you from Tallahassee, Florida?
Yep, from Tallahassee.
Awesome. And then so let's just jump into it. We like to just ask. Well, first we'll start with this. We have a lot of gear people that listen that they love the equipment. So can you kind of run us through your bag, what you're gaming this year?
Right now, I got the newest Ping. I think it's the
430
or 430. Yeah, 430, and then the Ping 433 wood, and then I got the TaylorMade P7 MCs. Irons in the bag. The TaylorMade
bag mixed up.
Yeah, the MG4 wedges.
Mm-hmm.
And then a Lab Golf Mez 1 putter.
Oh, Lab.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're having a lot of college golfers rocking the lab. Just last week, our guest,
Steven.
Oklahoma golfer, had the lab. So big time. So what are you thinking right now? You're a sophomore, correct, at FAMU?
Yep.
Coming in sophomore year.
Current national champion.
Yep, we gotta say that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. What was that like? First off,
It was awesome. We got to play out at TPC Sawgrass, so just playing out there for 3 days was great. It's tough conditions, but we were able to pretty much dominate the field, which we kind of expected coming in, but it was nice to win it. So,
do you feel like you're set to kind of push that same road this year?
we lost. If I'm gonna be honest, we lost 4 starters. I'm the only guy coming back. We had 4 seniors graduate.
Oh wow.
That played, but we've started qualifying a little bit, and we've got some young guys and a transfer coming in that I think we can push that envelope again. I think we could get there and win it again pretty easily. I'm pretty confident in that.
Do you think FAMU has the best logo with the rattler?
It is thick.
It's a good logo. I like it.
Even like y'all's colors and stuff, like the green and the orange, man. Some of y'all's gear y'all wear, I do. I like it. I think it is. How did you? Let's talk for a minute. How did you get the journey to Florida A&M? Like, what made you want to be there, end up there? What was that like coming out of high school?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't like my brother coming out. He was the top guy coming out. Everybody wanted him. I was kind of like the opposite, just trying to find a place to play.
Yeah.
I had some smaller schools that were interested, but I kind of wanted to be as close to home as I could.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, I like it here. I like being home. And I called Coach Rice. I met him a few times. He watched a few of my rounds, and I called him. I was like, hey, if you got a spot, I'll take it. You don't need to give me anything the first year or first couple years. I'll just play my way onto the team. And he's like, all right, that sounds good. And just ended up playing pretty much every event my first year. So,
and 10 over in the national championship. That's not bad either.
It should have been. I was 2 or 3 under going into the last day and kind of let it go. But
I think you were, if I read it right, what out of your team though, you were third, I think.
Yeah, third on the team. But I was leading after the first 2 days, my team and the individual, and then I didn't finish well that last day. But it was all right. We still got the win, so I was happy.
Is that kind of a goal for you this year on the individual to kind of bounce back and be a leader on the team in that category?
Yeah, I consider myself a leader on the team, considering most of the seniors left who were the leaders, the guys I looked up to on our team. And basically being the guy that played the most, who's still here, I kind of feel like I got to lead the way for the younger guys in the locker room and get them going the right direction.
So you're old man on campus now. Everybody's going to look to you, and you got to put them on your back.
I told my coach, I said, it feels like I'm a senior in high school again with the team we got. Everybody's so young.
How many guys do y'all get on y'all's team? Does he sign, or how many do y'all have?
I think this year we got 11. 11 guys.
Yeah. 5 travel, correct?
Yep. 5 play, 5 travel.
So you're pretty locked in to be top 5 the whole season?
We still got to qualify and earn our spot. Like, coach makes everyone qualify, but I'm pretty confident I'll be able to be in that top 5 all season.
So, 2 weeks, pretty much 2 weeks, you're heading up to Maryland for your first tournament. What have you been doing this off season to kind of get ready for that?
Well, I've just been grinding a lot, playing a lot of golf, played a few tournaments here and there, but really just been practicing every day to get better. And this tournament in Maryland's going to be a good event for us. It's Howard's hosting it. They get a pretty good field to come out to their event. So it's going to be at a pretty good course too. I think it's like TPC Potomac or something.
Oh, wow.
Pretty solid golf course up there. So it'll be a good event for us. One of our better events in the first semester. So I'm excited for it.
And then like the next week you are NC State, I believe, right, in their event. So do y'all play a lot of big events like that, like NC State and all that kind of stuff? And what's the difference between those events and another like HBCU event if you go to it?
Well, there is a difference. Obviously, I mean, not trying to knock any players here, but the fields are better when we go to those events. The courses are a little tougher. HBCU events, they play them a little, yes, not trying to like easier for us. They're not as tough. They're good. They're good sites. They're good venues, but they're not playing the yardages or the distance or the toughness that these other courses are that we play, like at NC State or even Howard's event. Howard's event is going to play. So, yeah, they just play more like Power 5 events or I guess Power 4 now because there's one conference, not anymore. But
so do you I mean, do you look forward to those events then so you can kind of get tested a little bit, or do you kind of like the events with the shorter yardages where you can go out there and kind of ball out a little bit and throw up some numbers?
I like all the events, but I like playing the tougher like NC State type events more just because I feel like they challenge us, and that's kind of what I was used to playing in as a junior golfer is like tough fields, stacked fields. So it's like just kind of like the same thing.
Do you think the tougher, like so do y'all play a ton of out of conference, or is it just individual events like here and there?
I mean, it's just kind of what we get invited to. You know, coach is always trying to get the best schedule he can to test our team. You know, some tournaments we'll play every year just because we kind of have to, but he's trying to get the best and toughest schedule for our team just so we can have the best tests. And then whenever we come into our conference championship, we're ready to dominate that field.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. The bigger conference like that, like the Power 4, kind of helps you see where you kind of lack and see where you're good.
Yeah.
And you can focus in for your own conference events.
So was your brother on any of your teams when y'all did the back-to-back state champs in high school, or is he already?
He was on both.
Okay,
we went back to back and then runner up, and we were on all three. And the year we went runner up, he won the individual. We should have won that year too, but we didn't.
Do you think that was like one of the highlights of your career, just getting to win that with your brother, state champs, high school, or is it kind of whatever, I'm ready for the next level?
It was fun. It was definitely fun to win it with him, but I mean, at the end of the day, like I just want to beat him every time I play against him.
Out of 10, how many times have you beaten him out of 10 times?
Now, I mean, if I'm being honest, maybe 2.
But there's still 2.
There's 2 right there.
That's the ones where you can talk.
He's a great player and he works his butt off. So I mean, I give credit to him.
What's the age difference between you and your brother?
11 months.
11 months. Okay.
Yeah. So
do y'all get to see each other a lot out of school and play a lot?
I mean, over the summer we played a decent amount, but I mean, he was traveling, playing pretty much every week. But he'll come home every now and again, and sometimes I'll go down to Gainesville and play out there with them. But we see each other a decent amount, but it's definitely less now that we're both in college doing our own thing.
So so a lot of college golfers, and we like to ask this, is that there's all this going on with the 2 different tours, and like afterwards, guys with careers making choices. Are you going to chase this at all as part of like a career, or do you kind of like, this is it in college and then I'm kind of different phase of life for me?
I mean, my goal is to chase it as far as I can. I mean, I would love to play professionally, PGA Tour or live. Obviously, I got a long way to go. That's something I'm working towards, but I mean, that's the goal.
If Liv calls you tomorrow, you would go.
Yeah.
I would.
That's easy.
I'd make
honestly, I wouldn't even care for the dollar amount as long as they pay decent. I mean, it's free money.
So, are you looking? I don't know if you can say this, but are you looking at staying at Florida A&M your whole career, or are you looking at maybe, let me try to get to another level to get to where I'm trying to get?
You're tampering.
I'm not tampering. I'm asking his plans.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's all up to me. If I play well enough and I feel like I can go somewhere else, that's something I can look into.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm focused on doing the best I can this year for this team and trying to win as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, definitely, I'm trying to get my game as high as it can be before I graduate. So yes, kind of.
I mean, I'm not trying to tamper. I'm just trying to see if he's got. Everybody's got these plans they're trying to figure out.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I can play good enough this year, then maybe I can see what
opportunities will present themselves.
Do a lot of guys? This is maybe a different way to ask it. Do a lot of guys go to HBCUs and then kind of transfer out once they like a stepping thing, or do a lot of guys kind of stay their career there?
Most of
you've
the
seen?
people I know in it and playing against, they have stayed there
Mm-hmm.
and maybe bounced around from HBCU to HBCU. They kind of transfer in between each other.
Yeah.
That's what some guys do. But we had a guy on our team who transferred right before I got in. His plan the whole time was to play 2 years and then go, and he
Mm-hmm.
ended up transferring out to Mercer. So
Okay.
some people do that. I haven't seen it that much. I know a guy on our team did it, but a lot of them honestly stay and try to play 4 years there.
Let me see. What was I gonna find some notes?
Are you on staff with any of the brands currently? Or are you just playing whatever you want?
I'm playing whatever I want. I mean, our team has a good deal with TaylorMade, so they help us out if we need anything. We also have a deal with like Bridgestone golf balls. They're all right. I mean,
And LeBron James, right? I mean, the logo is on y'all's main page. What
it's
is it?
everywhere, but he really only pitches in with the basketball team, if I'm being honest.
Okay, I didn't know if y'all get some LeBrons to wear between golf trips.
We don't get any LeBron love on the golf team, unfortunately.
Okay, we need to
We're
fix
gonna
that.
start atting him on Twitter and
Yeah,
say, "Help us out."
He
We
did
got-
repost us on Instagram when we won that national championship, though, so that was cool.
Probably because his logo is in the
Everybody's
corner.
there for the win.
Yeah, he shared. He said, "I said, there's my logo in a championship. I'm gonna share it." I just saw it like when I was on his website earlier. I saw it and I said, "Oh, did they get LeBrons when they're just traveling through and everything?"
I wish we need more. We need more
Yeah,
stuff.
that'd be nice. We need to figure that out.
Are you a Pro V1 guy?
I play the Pro V1X.
Pro V1X. I'll say everybody that has any real talent, unless they're paid to play something else, like probably Rory, but
Yeah.
everybody plays a version of the Pro V1.
What
Yeah,
about
I think Titleist is the best ball out there. So
y'all's new putting room y'all got recently? Do you spend a lot of time in there?
I just opened up. It's nice. It's great. It's gonna help the team a lot. I prefer to put on natural greens, but I mean when it's a hot day outside, it is nice to go in there. Or if it's raining
Yeah.
and can't do anything else. So yeah, I mean it's only been open for like I think a week and a half now, but I know a lot of the younger guys that live on campus. They've been getting a lot of work in there because they can just walk right over to it.
So where do y'all practice at when you're like team? Do y'all have a course nearby, a home course?
Yeah, we play out at it's Southwood Golf Club. We would like to be out at Seminole where FSU plays, but
Oh yeah.
they've been a little stingy with their course. So
How far away is that course from y'all?
that course is actually closer to our campus than Southwood. It's probably 5 minutes from our campus. And
Is that
yeah.
well? Is that course? Is it like the course up here that Auburn plays at? It's called the AU Club. So is that course specifically for Florida State, or is it just a private course that they practice at?
It's a university run course. Like Florida State University pretty much funds it. But yeah, I mean, they have their own little facility, big driving range, par 3 course, everything out there. I mean, I'm a member out there because it's the best course in town. But I can only really practice there like in the mornings and stuff when we're not practicing as a team. So, but I try to get out there as much as I can because it's great.
So you just got membership out there. That's where you go play at and stuff when you're on the weekends or whatnot.
Yeah, like over the summer, I was out there pretty much every day.
Do you have a favorite club in the bag that your main?
Most part, it's my driver. Even when my swing's off, I can still hit fairways with that thing. So.
Oh, I wish I had reliability with the driver.
I don't ever. That thing betrays me. What facilities? So you've seen the Florida State facilities, and you've been down there with your brother. Florida State. What has better facilities?
State. But like Florida's better because the coach lets me practice out there with Parker. So.
Oh, that's nice.
JC's great about that, letting brothers come out there and play and practice. Like, I mean, I go out there and I'm pretty much treated like a member of their team. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it helps with your talent level too. He's like, oh, it's not like one of us going out there to show up.
Yeah. So what's some personal goals you have this season? Like throughout the season, other than just let's win another national championship, but for you personally, like, is there a certain amount of events you want to win that you in your head you're saying let's do this or score an average or anything like that?
I mean, I'd like a goal I want to set for obviously I want to get I didn't win individually last year, so I want to get a collegiate win. I want to win individually at least one time. That's a goal of mine. I'd also want to keep my scoring average as close to par or below par. That's like around 72 or lower.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it got a little high last year at the end of the season. I was playing pretty solid and had a few bad rounds, but especially because if you get that scoring average around 70, it opens up those windows you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you do for practice? What's a day of practice look like for you?
I mean, if I have school, like now, like today I didn't have class till 1:25. So we actually have like a wedge range on campus. It's like a turf. There's a turf like hitting mat, and then there's like 7 flags out there, and then a green at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I go out there. I was out there from about 3 hours this morning just hitting balls, and we got to pick our own balls, but just hitting and picking and getting a little swing work in. And then I had to go to class, and then we had practice this afternoon, and it was mainly just short game work with the team, just chipping and putting out at Southwood, doing some drills. But yeah, and we were out there for like 2 hours. So, but then we had to go to this like thing on campus for athletes or something. I don't know.
I feel like, like you got football and baseball practice. It's easier to practice. Golf, when you have a team practice, is it kind of like, just work on this, or does coach kind of walk around and watch? And
I mean, it depends. He lets pretty much everybody do what they think they need to improve their game.
Mhm.
Like if someone's struggling on the greens, they're going to spend most time when they're putting. If someone's not hitting it well, they'll be on the range. But coach kind of likes to set the first, because we can only really practice about 3 hours a day as an organized team with the rules and stuff. So he likes to kind of set the first like hour and a half of practice just mainly on short game, because he knows at the end of the day that's what's going to win and lose us events.
Yeah.
That's where the points come from right there.
Yeah. And then after that about an hour and a half on short game, depending on what people want to do, they might go hit balls, they might go play a few holes, just kind of up to you.
And how often do you think you play 18 in a week? A full 18?
If it's summertime, I play about 7 days a week, 18. But with school, I mean, I'd like to say we play 18 maybe 3 times a week.
And do you think that's better for your game than like you were just go chip a couple times a week, or not a couple, but spend all week? What do you enjoy more? Like you help get you better?
I mean, if we had facilities like other schools, I think chipping and putting would be more like easy to work on, better to work on, but we don't. But I think in general, just playing is the best way to get better, because I mean, you're in lies you can't replicate on the range or on the chipping green. So you get your best work done on the course, in my
That's
opinion.
what I'm trying to say. Everybody's how it goes to the range. I'm like, bro, let me just go play 18. I'll figure it out.
I mean, there's time for the range too. I mean, sometimes I want to.
Listen, at my skill level, I don't know if the range makes a difference, Dale. I feel like I just need to go play 18 when I can.
If I got 2 hours, I'm trying to get 9 in, as opposed to banging them on the range.
Would you rather walk 18 or ride 18?
I mean, it depends on the day, but definitely.
What if you're not in Florida? What if you're like North Carolina and it's decent weather? Florida weather is different.
Yeah, I mean, if it's decent weather, I'm fine with walking. I don't hate it. I enjoy walking because sometimes in tournaments when riding karts, you have to like ride with someone else.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, yeah, a lot of college events, at least for us, we ride in karts because we're playing those 36 a day, especially in the first semester because it gets darker sooner. I don't really because you're kind of like forced to talk to the other people, and sometimes I don't want to talk to them if I'm not hitting it the best. So I enjoy walking because then I can think and do everything on my own speed.
Yeah, I'm used to when college golf is broadcasted on TV. Usually everybody's walking, but like we went to Florida earlier this year down to Bay Point, and they're having a women's event. Like Harvard and all this was down there, and they were riding in carts with their competitor, and it's like you'd see the cart come around, nobody's saying a word. They'd get back in the cart, nobody's saying a word.
Yeah.
Like, that'd be so awkward. Just 18
Sometimes
holes of that.
Sometimes it's not great. I mean, especially if you're playing with like a rival team, sometimes it can get like no one wants to talk, or if someone's playing bad, and then you're just like, all right,
Yeah.
you just gotta
As soon as someone hits it in the woods, you're like,
Why do they make
Oh,
you ride? When is there like different rules? Like we're riding today, we're walking today.
Well, a lot of the riding for at least for us is because like we play a lot of 36 holes in one day for
Oh, okay.
tournaments. So they got to get it in before it gets dark. I mean, we're out there from sometimes 7:30 to 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. just all
Yeah,
day. But
that's wild.
yeah, but like a lot of tournaments just ride just because they want to get it done quickly as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and because like especially in the first semester, first couple months of the year, like the sun sets a little sooner.
Yeah.
when you're playing 36? Are you a liquid IV guy or Gatorade, or what's your
Or
go-to to stay hydrated on days like that?
I drink a lot of water.
a
Just,
lot of
Just
water.
water? No,
just
no
water.
additives, nothing.
Sometimes I'll get like a Powerade or a Gatorade if they have it at the tournament, but
Hmm.
I'm good with just water.
What if you need a pick me up? Is it a Snickers bar, ham sandwich, chicken salad sandwich, Reese's,
A
or do
lot
you
of
eat
time
on the
I just
course?
have like peanut butter crackers or like an apple. My coach carries apples with him, and I eat
Yeah.
apples all the time on the course.
That's wild. I feel like LeBron should send y'all some Cliff Bars or something.
He doesn't send us anything.
We're gonna talk to him.
Yeah.
I might have to buy tickets when he comes back to Atlanta
It's
and just
gonna be big time.
yell at him on the court. Help our team out.
Yeah, he.
Especially if they win another national championship. What all right, so if it came down to hole 18, you and Parker match play, I guess. Do you like your odds then, or would you rather play him stroke play? Or does it matter?
I want to play a match play
You
because,
think getting his
or
head more?
actually, if we're tied on 18, I'd want it to be a match play bet. If we're starting on the first hole, we'd probably rather match play just because we
You can
actually
have a blow-up hole and it only counts for one.
I know, but he doesn't. He's not like he's used to. He used to hit some errant balls. He got a string now.
Do you
Just
think you can get in his head easily?
gets in his own head. I just feel the fire.
Yeah.
I just sit there in the back and agree with him if he's doing something bad and he's pissed off.
Oh yeah, if he's just like you can't get it work, you just say you're right. You can't get
Yep.
that,
Keep going. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing.
man. Well, hey, we're rooting for Florida A&M this year. I'd love to see the back to back. That'd be like historic, actually. I think y'all won it in 2000, right? And y'all won it again last year.
Yeah, the last time we won it, our coach was playing for us. So
Oh, really?
yeah, he was on
That's
the
wild.
team back
Is
then.
he still play a lot? Is he a competitor?
Not really. He kind of just watches us play now.
Well, no, we're rooting for it. We're hoping it's a big year. We'd love to see the back to back, and we can say, hey, we had him on the pod. So, no, we
Yes.
appreciate you coming on. And if there's anything we can do, let us know. We're gonna be rooting for Florida A&M big time.
Of course. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You got anything, Zach?
No, I'm good. Thanks so much for coming on. We'll share and tag and everything tomorrow.
We're gonna tag LeBron nonstop.
Tag him. Let him know.
All right. See you. Go Rattlers.
Yeah, go Rattlers. Thank you guys.
See ya.
Thank you.
All right, Taylor. That was Taylor Bell, everybody. So now, go follow him on IG at a historic HBCU college, going for the back-to-back national championship. Younger brother. Let's try to root for that man. Let's get him somewhere. Let's get him up in
Barely
the
younger.
SEC.
For them to be on all three teams together, it's got to be like one of them timing birthdays, where it's like if you're born in May, you can stay in a grade or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That would be dope to win it with, like, if you and Drew won.
Yeah, and that state champ. He said he got it with his brother. That'd be cool. That'd be the highlight of the
and
career.
then runner up the senior year.
So that was Taylor. Go check him out. Before Taylor hopped on, we're going to jump back into the show, kind of where we were. We were saying how
driver face.
Yeah. And then go ahead and explain kind of like what conspired from there.
So Matt Fitzpatrick hit a drive. He noticed something was wrong with the driver, which I'm sure it would take me a couple swings to even know. But he looked down the bottom of the face, and you can see it. There's tons of video, but the bottom of the face is cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Takes it to the official. The official's like, I don't know if this is cracked as much as a scratch. Yeah. I mean, you know what driver faces look like. It's very easy to see.
Mm-hmm.
So he runs his fingernail over it, the official, and he's like, I can feel it. And he's reporting it all on the mic because he's like, I'm not sure what this warrants. And they're like, nope, it's not enough. You got to play with it.
which is crazy. And then he proceeds to hit a driver with it. I think the next hole in the ball
And it
is
goes
like
wide
low
right.
left. Or yeah. And
Yeah,
it
I
was,
think no, it might have been low left.
and then because they said he probably did that to prove a point. And then there's a really good mic'd up conversation of him walking with the rules official, and the rules official is saying, "No, we can't fix this." And he's like, "I've got to hit 3-wood
Which
all
is
day now."
wild.
Yeah, so I don't get it because I mean, he didn't intentionally break it. It was a club malfunction. So the other question is, how's this make Titleist look? Your club's over here cracking.
Well, I mean, how many balls is he hitting with it?
That is
I mean,
good question.
How long does a driver face last for someone swinging at that speed?
Bryson, it was only like 5 swings when he did that long drive. But then again, it's like how often? But then too, like I feel like he probably gets newer drivers sooner than we think. So it could have been
Right, yeah.
It may have been only like 4 rounds old. Who knows? But insane that they wouldn't allow him. So he had to finish the round like that. I didn't look it up, but I guess after the round he could swap before the next.
Right, yeah.
And then that happened. And then later, Rory
Hits
bends
an
down to
errant
get
drive.
tee. And this is, earlier in the week, he tossed it in the water, which was a weird toss because it was just kind of the
It
edge.
wasn't a purposeful toss. He should have tomahawked it.
And he went and got it. But then he pushed down on it, getting his tee out of the ground, and intentionally
On
snapped
purpose.
it.
I fully think it was an on-purpose break.
So, Rory, I don't know, but a lot of club malfunctions happening. What do you do if we're in Utah and your driver just cracks? Are you just using ours, or are you going to get a new one that same day?
I'd swing 3-wood.
The rest of the day?
Yeah, I'd swing. Well, my 3-wood's more reliable 90% of the time anyway. And with the elevation difference.
That's true.
It'd probably be similar distance. I would have to come home, take it to Moon Golf, and let them handle the warranty because I'm sure it's under warranty.
Yeah, I talked to a guy today. We were talking about Utah, and he was saying it. Man, if it's a 355-yard par 4 and it's elevated, play it like 200. I was like, dang, that much? And he was just like, yeah, especially if it's elevated and up there.
Imagine like hole 5 at Purcell.
Oh, God.
You had to take off like an extra 15 or 20 yards.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. And we can talk about Utah in a little bit if we have some time. But Creator Classic starts, as you're listening to this, it'll be tomorrow. We have several people in the field, a lot of YouTubers that you know of, a lot of good guys. I think Wesley Bryan being in it is probably not fair for everyone else. He is a tour player. But then you have Micah, George, Luke Quan. Luke Quan played at Florida State, great golfer. Mason Nutt, Roger Steele, who's a long.
I thought Luke Quan played at Oklahoma.
Oh, he did. Okay, him and Brad did.
Yeah,
at Oklahoma. Garrett Clark, of course. But if you ask me, I think it's going to one of the Bryan Bros. But it may be a handicapped event actually. So that could be into the advantage of a lot of people. This is Micah's chance to redeem himself from his 80-something at the last qualifying event he played in.
I don't think he has it anymore. I watched the YouTube. I texted you last night. I watched the YouTube Championship number 4, and I think he's in a mental spot on it. I don't think he has it anymore. He used to be so confident and cocky about it.
Driver. Everybody talked about him being the best.
And then when we seen him at the Busta Jack event, he was like top dog.
Yeah.
He had just left.
Everybody was so excited.
I'm it.
Yep. And he kind of fizzled off, and Grant and the Bryan Bros together.
Grant is so good. He cannot finish a YouTube championship. He's 4 for 4 on finishing second to George.
Which George is just on another level anyways.
Yeah. George is the most talented. I think out of the list, the most talented shot shaper, though, is Mac Butcher.
Oh, yeah. He's that guy that slings it around real good?
Plays it both ways, lefty and righty.
Yep. And so this will be broadcasted on the PGA Tour's YouTube channel, which is kind of a push for them. I think they're starting to realize that YouTube golf is slowly taking over. And so they're like, let me get in on this. So they bring all these guys in. They can put it on their YouTube channel, which they know is going to get them a bunch of subscribers. And it's going to show off the brand new course that just got redid out at East Lake. So I'll be watching for sure. I'm excited about it. So let's go into it. Keegan won his second event of the year, the Ryder Cup captain, doing what he does. And so
You see the funny stat I put in there?
where at? Oh yeah. About the wins.
Tour wins, yeah.
I know, and he's got 3, and those guys only have 2, which are the guys that got picked over him and all of his stuff.
Yeah, which is wild because of how poor we did overseas.
Yep. And so, but I'm just like President's Cup got announced today, the first 6, Ryder Cup. I'm excited about all of this. Anything like that USA kind of stuff, other than the Olympics, that was not exciting. The Tour Championship is, like we said, this week at East Lake. Are you a fan of the format where people get to start under par like this because of how they did during the season?
No, I'm not. That's only because they play. This is literally the only event of the year where you don't start at zeros.
Yeah.
Every single sport starts at the same score except this one event.
Yep. That'd be like football.
Scotty's
Super Bowl.
already the best. Statistically, Scotty's the best. Why should he get 10 strokes? It really should be the other way.
Yeah, it should be
It
handicapped.
should be reverse.
Yeah. Imagine like the Chiefs starting the Super Bowl. We start 21-7 because we won the more games than y'all did. It's kind of a silly. They did it, I guess, to make it interesting, but to me, it's kind of silly. It's like it don't keep it as tight as it should, because somebody like Patrick Cantlay, he may go off, but he's starting 6 strokes behind Scotty, and you're like, well, that's not fair. Just because Scotty had a great year, but I guess with the amount of money they're about to give away at this event, they want to reward the people that played good all year. So Scotty has a chance to have a career-breaking money amount this year with this.
He's done good for me on pick'ems this year.
That's true. We don't even do the pick'ems anymore. Mitchell has already lost, so we have to find an event for Mitchell to do. But I'll be watching the Tour Championship this week. I think it's going to be a good one. There's no cut. It's the top 30 players in the world. This is one of those events that every year I say I'm going to get tickets to, and then I don't, and then I'm mad because I know you're guaranteed to see the best players. I don't know why we don't do it. It's like $105 to go.
I asked Joni about it, and she was not interested in going.
It'd be like a go on a Thursday or Friday. I feel like Saturday and Sunday is going to be wild.
Yeah, Thursday would be great. First day, I'm in contention.
May need
like
to
Thursday,
be
Friday at the Masters before they make the cut.
Yeah, may need to be in the budget next year with our allowances and make this an event we film and
Need to
journalism.
figure out getting media credentials.
You know, I emailed them that PGA Tour. I found the media credentials application, filled it out with our information. Didn't hear back. I thought
I know whose information we do need to use.
Who's that?
I don't have my new glove with me, but
Moongolf. Oh yeah, just say we're covering with them.
Yeah,
that's a great idea. I bet she would be down for that for sure.
I think that's the way to do it.
I do too. That'd be sick. So that's what we got. If you're looking at like content for us, we just put out a Purcell Farms video, Zach and I battling. I think it's a fun video. YouTube, we just got.
I should have chipped in.
Yeah, you go give us some views on it. I feel like YouTube. I don't understand it. I feel like that video should be getting pushed more than it is. It's hard on YouTube. So help us get to 1,000 subs so we can kind of shift our focus.
We've lost 2 this week.
I saw that. We're down to 991. We need 9 more subscribers. It'll help this week. Tomorrow, I've been busy at work, but tomorrow I'm going to make a bunch of clips off that video. And when I put them on YouTube Shorts, it always gets us a lot of subs off those. So go check it out. Logan Kane video, I actually went ahead and uploaded that into my computer and got it all synced up. So I'll be working on it.
So much fun.
Soon. It's probably going to be the end of September. We're trying to put out one a month so we can focus on other content. But I've got it.
I was thinking for a pitch idea, Monday be the first round of Road to Utah individual scores.
Oh yeah.
I
Wait,
mean, I
well,
know we were packing up the equipment already, but
oh, you talking about Labor Day?
yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. That'd be cool. Like just do like a little primer to it, kind of.
yeah. I mean, we got everything already, so it'd be easy to roll.
Yeah. And so if you're new, or we're going on a trip to Utah in a few weeks, and we've been trying to figure out how we're going to film it, but we decided, I think we're going to do, are we doing the shamble and then from there split up your own ball,
Yeah, that's.
and then lowest strokes at the lowest score at the end of the trip?
I really think, and this is only because of I know who we are as a foursome. I think that gives us the best chance for the highest vibes
Oh yeah,
the
100%.
entire trip.
100%. Because and it keeps it scrambles fun, but I don't want to do that 6 rounds. I don't think. And
Yeah,
so this keeps you playing your ball. And me and Zach
and I'm
have done.
fine. I'd be fine with us like 3 rounds scramble,
Mm-hmm.
2v2v2. So that gives all the teams,
Oh yeah,
and then sat the round Wednesday and a round Thursday, and then the big round Saturday shamble,
yeah.
like the shamble solo.
Me and Zach have done that format twice now, and I can honestly say both times it is so fun.
It's so much fun. I text you about after watching the Purcell farm. I feel like we're just laughing the whole day
Yeah,
because there's nothing to worry about.
no pressure on it. Somebody's in the fairway always, so I definitely want to do the filmed rounds like that, so it's competitive. And then the other ones, I don't care how it don't matter to me. I'm just gonna have the music blaring and vibing. We can 2v2 scramble. We can everybody their own ball. We can do this shamble and everybody on their own ball. And like, it'd even be fun to like if me and you are on a team, them two are on a team, and it's our two shamble versus their two shamble, and then best ball from there. So like
Yeah,
if you make a 4, I make a 5. Our team's at a 4.
and I think that's probably how we should do the instead of just a scramble. I think
Yeah,
that's how we should play it
because then you
for the
get your
2v2 rounds.
you get a lot of swings in. You get warmed up, especially when we
You get your
land that
money's
day.
worth
Yeah. And
in the
scramble, you're
heat.
kind of like, oh, I didn't get to play my ball.
Let's
So,
see what the current temperature in Hurricane, Utah is.
so the filmed rounds is shamble and then everybody by themselves. We're not really worried about best ball teams. And then at the
Right,
end of
yeah.
the trip, lowest score wins the whole trip. And then the non-filmed rounds, it's 2v2 shamble, but then split up to your own ball and just do like best ball. That's the
Yeah,
move.
I'm
That's the
fine with it.
vibe.
Best ball match play.
Yeah, because everybody's just gonna be having fun then. Because you're
2
playing.
points for a solo dub, 1 point for a tie,
Yep.
0 for
Because you're
nothing.
playing your own ball. You're getting to see the whole course, and it's just gonna be fun. So,
See the high for this week, 99.
hey, but the good news is the morning rounds, it'll be kind of cool for the most part, and
Low of
then
69.
the afternoon rounds, it'll start hot, but then it'll cool off as we're finishing. So,
I'll have to film in the mornings
oh yeah.
for the camera.
But you're gonna have to y'all gonna have to go subscribe and check that out on Utah. We're putting a plan in place where we're trying to just document the whole thing. Like we'll have a behind the scenes video coming out from it, drone footage like crazy. We're excited about the trip, and follow us on Instagram because I'm planning on us having like just a ton of content, photos galore. Like on the rounds, we're not filming; we're just gonna take photos like crazy.
Yeah.
So go check it out. That's it for this episode of the podcast.
No, there's one question. There's a drop zone.
Oh, show is drop zone question. Here we go. Do you prefer wood or plastic tees when you're golfing? I know my answer 100%.
I
Wood.
have fallen in love with Western birch.
Did you order some more?
No, I got these for
Oh.
July 4th. Uncle's, I don't know if you can see it in the bag.
Oh, Uncle Sam?
Sam's on them
That's cool.
with a top hat. But I
That is-
love just the wood tee. I feel like they really last. And if I break it, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
been 5-6 holes with it at least.
uh,
Sometimes they'll last all day.
they do those BSG
You'll
ones
just
you
lose
bought.
it because it kicks backwards.
Those BSG ones you bought. Those things last forever.
I know. I was looking at getting them for Utah, and it's 1,000
That's the lowest amount
for
you
the
can
minimum
get.
custom order. Yeah.
I'm about to look. I'm actually on their website right now. I've got so many wood tees in my bag, but I'd love to have some custom ones just for Utah. And they're only $10. Do you
For
those?
now.
Do you? Where's the custom ones? Are they just in the premium hardwood, or is
Are you talking about custom color or custom logo?
like those Uncle Sam ones, or is that just promotional they ran?
Oh, those are just promotional.
Oh, okay.
They'll do them for like opens and.
Oh yeah. I was just looking at their website. I may have to get me a little box just to take.
I wish they would have worked with us on that Swannies hoodie.
Oh, that'd been sick. Oh, they've got some. Oh, there they are. Uncle Sam limited golf tees. He did it with McCorder. Those are clean. Yeah, so go check out all our stuff. Follow us on Instagram. We're getting ready for our trip. Your boy may get some bamboo tees. We may try them out. But you can go follow us along. We're excited about it. Thanks for watching. This is the BSG Podcast. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Peace.